Assalamu alaikum children. Welcome to the science class for the grade 5. This is lesson number 10, force, energy and simple machines. In the previous video, we have seen what is force, energy and what is work. So in the force, we have seen contact forces and field forces, and in the energy, we have seen some forms of energy like mechanical energy, potential and kinetic energy, and electrical energy, sound energy, heat energy and light energy. So after that we have seen sources of energy. In the sources of energy, we have seen some renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources and its examples. In today's video, we will see what are simple machines which we use in our daily life. Okay, so here are some pictures are given. You have to identify and write what is the simple machines we use. Identify these objects commonly used in our houses. What kind of simple machine does each represent? Okay, so this nail cutter, it represents the machine lever, and this is screw. Okay, so from the hammer to a pair of scissors. See, in the simple machines, which simple tools we use at home for just for the domestic work and for using as the machines. For the hammer to a pair of scissors, a computer and a car use different machines in our daily lives. So whichever the machines we use, small to big, in all the machines, some or the other type of machine will be working in that, in that electrical devices or in the other machines. So we use different machines in our daily life. A machine is a device that does a physical task. So actually machine help our work which we do by our hand. So to make it easy, we use machine. A machine is a device that does a physical task. So which work actually the human beings do, this machine actually helps them to save the time, to avoid the hard work. We use machines. Some machines make moving or lifting the things easier. To lift something, some heavy weights, we use machines. Other machines carry people from one place to another place. Yet other machines help in building or making things. So different types of machines we use in our daily life. The most basic machines are simple machines. They have minimum or no moving parts. So in the simple machines which we use at home, they don't have some moving parts, means much moving parts, or the complicated machinery will not be there in that. They have minimum or no moving parts. They change the strength or direction of the applied force. There are 6 basic simple machines. See, there are 6 basic simple machines which actually work in the machines. They are lever, inclined plane, wheel and axle, pulley, screw and wedge. Okay, let's see what are these. First is lever. A lever consists of a bar that rests on a support or is fixed at one point. So you might have seen in the nail cutter, the upper part of the nail cutter, which we raise it up and fold it for cutting the nails and for cutting something. So that one single screw, it is single lever, it is fixed on. So a lever consists of a bar that rests on a support or in fixed at one point. Okay, like nail cutter. A lever makes our work easier by reducing the effort needed to it. It can be used to move or lift heavy loads. So nail cutter is a simple example for the lever. So our work, a lever has 3 important parts. What are the parts a lever is having? They are fulcrum, load and effort. So here effort is nothing but the force. So in this picture you can see the 3 parts of the lever. So a lever has 3 important parts as just now I said. Fulcrum is the point at which the lever is fixed. See, the lever is fixed on this point. So this point is called fulcrum. What is load? the heavy object which we are lifting, the object on which work is being done. So we are working on this heavy load, on this heavy rock we are working. So this is called load. Effort is the force being applied. So which force we are applying, that is our effort. So see this picture carefully. What is the man trying to do? He is trying to lift this heavy stone. So he is applying force. When he is using this point as a support, fulcrum, so he can lift this rock easily. He is trying to move a rock using a long pole. He puts one end of the rod under the rock to be moved, load. He rests the rod on a support. That support is fulcrum, and applies a force on the other end of the rod. He is applying force on the other end. So the length of the rod on his side is more than the length of the rod on the side of the load. So length of the rod, his side is more, and here length is short. Then he can easily move the heavy rock by applying a much smaller force. So here his efforts will, he need less efforts for moving this object. Okay. So now we will see there are three classes or three kinds of levers. In each class the position of load, efforts and fulcrum change. So just now we have seen the three main parts of the lever: fulcrum, load and effort. So there are three classes where the lever is having less efforts or more. In a first class lever, the fulcrum is the center. Examples of first class lever include seesaw. So at the seesaw, here support is at the middle. Then a pair of scissors. In the scissors, where is the lever fixed? At the top, means at the middle top, means above the middle part it is present. And here in the claw hammer, this fulcrum support is fixed at the end of the handle. Okay, so it was first class lever where at different points the fulcrum is given. This is second class lever. Examples are wheelbarrow, this nutcracker and bottle opener. In the third class lever, the effort is in the center. See, effort is at the center, load is at the extreme end. Examples of third class include a pair of tweezers, a pair of tongs, a stapler and a fishing rod. So these are the examples of third class lever. So in every machine you can see that lever is working in some or the other way, at the end, at the middle, at the top, or above the middle part or below the middle part. So these are the different methods to make our work easy by using these simple machines. So here we have seen just lever, its use and its types. Now we will see inclined plane. An inclined plane is a flat surface that is raised at one end. It takes less force to move an object up along an inclined plane that it does to lift it straight up. Slides, ramps, staircases and sloping roads are examples of inclined planes. So inclined planes means nothing but it is slopey area. Where the slope will be there, the things can move easier. So it comes under inclined plane. Examples. So examples of inclined planes are slide. When you go to the garden and play with these slides, you can observe this. You can easily come down by using this slide. Okay, it is the game fun, but you are using inclined plane here. So here, wheelchair ramp. For wheelchair ramp, it is difficult to pass from the steps or from the area which is higher. So people make this ramp so that because of this inclined way, wheelchair can move easily from here. So here, sloping hill road. So sloping hill roads also, they use the inclined plane way to make the way easier for the vehicles. Otherwise, from the mountains, it is not easy to come down to the ground level. So they make sloping roads or inclined planes to move easily, to move the vehicles easily. Okay, so children, that's it for today's video. In the next video we will see more simple machines like screw, wheel and axle, and we'll discuss textbook exercises also. Okay, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.